Yes, dear viewers, Teacher Ambrose, as usual, from Riverflow International. In the video we last made, or we saw, we talked about the heart and parts of the heart. And I promised you to come back and we talk about the functions of each part of the heart. Maybe there are some of the parts in the last video I did not talk about, and probably I think we are going to have them. Then we see why does the heart have those parts, the functions of those parts in the heart. Where can we begin? Let's begin from this side. As I earlier told you, when you look at this heart of mine, it has two different colors. That is, it mostly has the blue, red, though we have in some white. And normally what I've not talked about, white, these are the valves. These are the valves. We are going to look at the function of the valves in the heart. Let me begin from vena cava. Normally when we are teaching primary level, we call it vena cava. We call it vena cava. We don't go the inferior and the superior vena cava, but the whole of it, vena cava, the use of the vena cava, it returns blood to the right atrium. And this blood that is returned to the right atrium, it's blood we call deoxygenated blood. So this vena cava returns blood without oxygen, or what we call deoxygenated blood, to the right atrium. Now, when this blood has been returned to the right atrium, now when you say right atrium, the right atrium, here we say it receives blood without, excuse me, we say it receives blood without oxygen, without oxygen from all parts of the body to, it receives blood from all parts of the body back to the heart. So when this blood has been used and it does no longer have oxygen, it returns to the heart via right atrium. So it is right atrium that receives that blood without oxygen. Once this blood reaches the atrium, it is pumped through the right atrium to right ventricle. Now, when you look here, before reaching the right ventricle, we have what we call the valves. Here, we have what we call the valves. So we have these valves, and these valves are the ones we call the tricuspid valves. So here we have what we call the tricuspid valves. We call it tricuspid valves. We all know that we have valves in the heart, and the use of valves in the heart is to prevent the backflow of blood. So when blood is flowing from atrium to right ventricle, it can flow back to the atrium, but it cannot flow back because of this tricuspid valve. So when this blood without oxygen reaches the right ventricle, it is pumped to the lungs via pulmonary artery. In other words, the use of the pulmonary artery is to carry blood without oxygen to the lungs. So when this blood moves or reaches the lungs, it gets oxygen. After getting oxygen, it returns to the heart. Now this blood will be received by left atrium. But the blood vessel that returns blood with oxygen to the heart is called the pulmonary vein. I've told you, pulmonary vein, it is the only vein that carries blood with oxygen in the body. And the same way, pulmonary artery, it's the only artery in the body that carries blood without oxygen in the body. So the use of right, this time left, the use of left, we are beginning with capital letters. Sorry, let us rub this, and we have left atrium. So the left atrium receives blood with oxygen. Receives blood with oxygen from the lungs to the heart. Now, this is the use of left atrium. So left atrium, I'm talking about this part to receive the blood. This blood is having oxygen. It is received from lungs. Then when it reaches the left atrium, it is pumped via what we call bicuspid valves. Sorry, the word is bicuspid valves. So it will pass here from the bicuspid valves to the left ventricle, where it will be pumped via aorta to all parts of the body. In other words, aorta is a blood vessel that takes blood with oxygen from the heart to all parts of the body. Thank you so much for joining me. Seeing you in the next video.